Okay, sorry about that. So, maybe for those that might come and when I meet this, we are not explained that. So I wanted a symbol, as I said, I wanted a symbol that will stand alone with the Adam's name written proper, not converting it, right? So I said, okay, let me get a symbol from A. Let me get a symbol from A that we might be able to stand alone as a symbol and still give us that kind of look. So I first took, I said, let's have something like this. Have something like this. I will cut the A, trim off the A. So giving us a dual triangle. One of the ways is, one of the way of always doing this thing is there are many options of doing this. So instead of doing this, I can actually easily pick a triangle. I can actually make a triangle and duplicate it. The triangle and duplicate it. But if you watch what I did here and this one was faster, right? This gave me that faster look. I did A and trimmed it off, so it was faster. So that is one thing that makes give you an edge in correct draw when you have when you know how to manipulate these pictures. So you know how to manipulate things to give you a quicker result. So this is the same thing as this, but this was faster because I just wrote an 8 and cut it. I can use double triangle to see half this. When I'm done, I'll just trim this off. I will ask it to trim, and it's just one object now. See? So this is the same thing as this, but this was faster because I did an A. So what I wanted is back to what I wanted. I wanted to create with a symbol, right? So this is not A, yes, this is just the upper part of A. This is just an upper part of A. So let's have something that extends the A this way. Let's have something that will extend the A. So something that will extend the A that way. Take this one. Take this one. Extend the A that way. Uh, okay, so what next will we do? So let's have a sheet draw and sorry, I'm supposed to start down. Have something like this. Ready to give us so I want something that's we complement it forming an A. So let's have another triangle this way. Let's try this way. Go to this way. It's here. Something like this. But the issue here is that our A doesn't have a leg yet. So let's create a leg for the A to give you the artistic nature. So why I'm using a triangle to cut this, I could have used my hand manual to cut this, but I wanted it to continue exactly as the up proceeding. That's why I'm trying to use the triangle to have the perfect measurement, like the A is slanted, right? So I use a triangle so it will align here, then to give me the perfect straight line here to cut this mark. So I will trim this off so that my A is overflowing. So I now need my A to have a leg from what is coming off over here. So what I will still do is cut this. So if I align this perfectly with this now, so that it's matching what I was doing here now. So but I don't want it joining over there, so I'll now reduce it perfectly to this point. Then I will ask my application to word both of them. So you see that I'm having an A symbol here. So this serves as a symbol on its own. It stands on its own. Stand on its own. Okay, let's take this down. Okay. Yeah. So this stands as a symbol on its own. So okay, let's make this to stand straight. Rather. Sorry, my mic was muted. I didn't know that. Okay, I don't know if people guess the last question I asked. I said from the sorry, my mic went mute. I don't know when I pressed that. So I had these three symbols. I said from this explanation of this, right? Where we separated different kinds of logo. We have three different logo here. We have that falls under three different categories. Do we have anybody that can identify those different logos? Which one is which and what is what? Can anybody if you getting me now? If you are getting me, can you react so I'm not that my mic is functioning? Okay, thank you, Adam. So, okay. So so can anyone identify which logo is which one is a word marker, which one is letter marker, which one is what and which one is what. We have three different symbols here for Adams. So is it that if you would not understand when I separated the logos and that or what?
So the last one is the pictorial mark.
That is not a pictorial mark, actually. I explained what is a pictorial mark. I even remember some people, I told telling you that some people call it a mascot. Mascot, right? This is a pictorial mark. This KFC, this is a pictorial mark here, right? So you see that this object, this logo doesn't match this. So these objects, these ones here are pictorial mark. The ones here are pictorial mark, but this is not pictorial mark.
The last
Sir, the second one is letter mark.
Why is my mic always going off? Okay, Valentine, you have your hand is up. What's your question? Valentine, your hand is up. Ask your question. Okay. I don't know if that was a mistake. Chukwumere Chigozim, your hand is up. Ask your question. If there's a responsive question, you can lower your hand.
Sir, it's just that I wanted to answer the question that you asked.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Do not say that on time. Thank you. Okay. The next person has. Can you lower your hand? You can lower your hand. Oh, those people that raised their hand, are they not getting me now? It's the hands are still up. Yeah, always, if you ask your question, you can lower your hand because once I turn back my application and see your hand up, I feel maybe there's a question you want to ask and you want to give you the time to ask your question. So when you are done with your question, always lower your hand so that we know that we are done with that, right? So that is that for that. So I said we have three logos. I said which one are we working with? I said if you will be my oh, I stopped sharing the screen. Who suggested this Adam's name? I saw an Adams here. I saw an Adams here. So who gave us the solution of the Adams name? Okay, so which logo, people are the judge of the class now, which logo are we using now? You can unmute and answer the question if you want to talk. Okay, Chidera, which logo do you want us to use? We can
Sir,
go.
I think we should use the first one. The first one. So that's the first one.
Okay, any subjects, any second or opposer? Do you have anybody opposing that?
So I think I would like us to go with the third one.
Okay, Isaac said the third one. Okay, so we can have a third person supporting one person. So the person that's the
Sir,
logo that is being supported.
sir, I think we should
Yes.
go with the third one. We should go with the third one.
Okay, so that is Ponue, do you have something to say? Okay, Ponue. So we have two people against one, so we'll go with the third one. Okay, so since we are kind of discussing this, let me lower this to be just the same height people here. Since we have two people against one, I will explain why I choose I will explain the rationale behind the other logos briefly. I did that briefly. So the star there was kind of presenting an excellence or kind of an unique brand, kind of a unique brand. That was just the star, the essence of the star there. So there is one thing for you to design a logo and place artistic within it. If you do not place meaning within these logos. So for instance, when I was creating the sub programs of our organization's logo, I will create some of the logo and okay, let me get one of this logo here. I will create one of the logo and they say, oh, okay, why did I choose to make the logo like this? Why is this logo like this? So most of the really to okay, start answering this. So serve this, okay. This was the logo. I made this logo for brands and one initiative. So what? You want to give me this one? No. Okay, so I created this kind of logo. So so was asking me why not just write just normal O here and leave. Why the cutting of the O in this shape? So I told him that okay, this logo, each of the alphabets has its own meaning. The O was trying to explain a reformed or a renewed. So if you look at this recycled symbol, has a kind of a cycle running back over and over. So this was what the O was trying to explain. If most of the women or the young women will be trained in this program, I kind of maybe some of them were actually trying before they got married or blah blah. Some did not have any knowledge, so they are being trained. So they are kind of reformed. That was the initiative behind the whole here. That I have to like do it this way. So that is just for that organization. So it's one thing to create a logo. It's one thing for you to explain to your client that this is what is behind the creation of the logo. So as mentioned earlier, when you are done creating your logo, you first represent your logo in different color format. These days, those are they will say you force designers to design something to give you a particular color where you are placing your logo because you had because you have if one unique color are over. You don't do that these days. These days, you design your logo and you create the invert. We call it the invert version of it. So what I will do is our organization, we choose two colors, black and gold. So what I will do is this. So when you are done designing the logo, so you actually represent this on different pages. Just for this class, that is why I'm representing it on one page. So this was supposed to be represented on different pages. So what I will do is this. Do this here to show the clients how this add-ons will work on this. So I will be using this and also show the client this. So you see, here's how you present it. This is how you present it if a client contacts you. So you actually can do this on, can lay this on different pages to show them that for this what you have, something like this. So when you are done with the logo representation, right? Then you are done with the logo representation. The next thing to do is create a rationale. So based on what I just explained here, who can give us a rationale behind our logo? Who can give us a rationale behind our logo? So we don't have anybody giving us a rationale behind this. Okay, still fine. So the next thing you do is to create something like this. This is another page. This was supposed to be on another page, right? Just like I mentioned. It was supposed to be on another page, just as I mentioned. Let me reduce this to keep our run. So you have a I don't know this person, but it's just all over. We have gone past that stage now. So we have a logo rationale here. There we go. We do something like this. So while you are representing this, you stick to the colors you stick to the colors you choose for your brand, so that the person, as the person is viewing this, is seeing the effect of these colors within his brand. So you have this kept here. You have this kept here. It's kept here. Something like this. Yeah, or something like this. So since none of you had a rationale to give me, I'll tell you why I choose to use this. If I'm to write, I will write this the logo conveys a sense of sophisticated. So most of those times you get. I was teaching, so I actually, this is kind of an idea you presume, or you get the idea of how your logo should stand before getting the board. This is what you will give to your clients, right? So I had this idea in the head before designing the logo, but at the same time, what is in your head cannot be understood by your client. So you have to also explain to them what you kind of so you now tell them the use of simple we do not use word names. It's a simple artistic icon. This is an abstract or this okay. You can call it an abstract or you can call it artistic. So let's use, since we choose abstract there, let's use abstract, but you can actually call it artistic icon. Artistic icon gives the professional and modern appearance. So I don't mind this thing. You don't see where I go to. So you give them something like this. So this is your logo rationale, right? This was what we are looking for. We wanted a brand that will stand luxury when it's being presented. So you are done with the logo rationale. Then the next thing you give them is your color pairing. So you can have something like this. So I said that this can also go on its own different page. But for the sake of this class, I want us to see what we're doing all on one page. So have a color palette. So we shift this way. Shift it this way. So our color was gold and black. So as I explained in the earlier class, you can actually this has different ways of representing it. You can actually use the order cycle or you can use the order cycle or represent it this way. So you have your gold here. This is your gold, right? So what you do is this. You start reducing it. So these are all good family. So I'm teaching the manual, but you can actually generate this automatically from your system. So you can actually generate this automatically. After this, I will still show you how to do that automatically. So you have something like this. This is the good code pirate. You now write it using the other color, which is black. You write good. So you have this. You give it. You always drop your color with the hex value. Always drop your color with its hex value. This I explained this too in the other class that if you drop your color with the hex value, this helps designers or web developers. It helps web developers help web developers to get an idea of what you're designing. The particular color. For instance, if you want to mix this, the hex value of this particular good here is not same as this particular good. The essence why I faded this down to white, I'm trying to tell the designer note or someone that will be viewing this plan to know that my good is the full family good, because there are rooms whereby you'll be designing and what you are kind of designing will not actually, what you are kind of designing will not need that kind of deep color. So I'm trying to get my designer to understand that no, what I'm actually representing here is the full family of good. So I will now place the value of good, which is CC9933. CC9933. So in CorelDRAW, you can just click the color and you will see the value here. You can have one on it on RGB. If you want to see the hex value, change it to RGB. As I told you that when you are designing things online, the colors you use is RGB. If you want to highlight on RGB, it will give you any color, give you the hex value under here, under it. You can click here. For other online application, they have what is called Canva has a color picker. Canva has color picker, so you can get that from Canva. Canva also give you color picker, and you can get that. So Canva has color picker, you can use that. Then I will now get the next one is black. This one is black. So the hex value for black is 000 throughout. So it's telling you that. So these numbers are always six. The two figures are representing R, the value for R. The second one is representing for G. Then the third one is representing for B. So in the place whereby you see a value without, maybe say they write only 3, know that the last one is 00. But professionally, what you're supposed to do is, if there is no value there, you are supposed to put 0. You don't just assume it's empty. Professionally, that is what you are supposed to do. All right, so I will have my black here. Have my black. Yeah, let's try and do it this way. I have black. Move to the next block of blues. Then decrease it down to where you want, down to white. So let's have it to end with white, since that was also ending with white. So this is how you present it. You have your brand here. Let's see if this can go with black. Okay, yeah. So you present it like this. Okay, we're taking this off. So you have something like this, right? Then the next thing you will do is the typography. The typography for your brand. Typography for your brand. So you can choose 2 or 1. Always advise people to not take it above 2. To not take it above 2, so that to give your brand a unique identity, and to be easy, so that you don't overburden your audience with the appearance of your brand. Do not start thinking where typo typography right here. So you have a typography of the brand. So there is one font I'm using here always. I like this font because I choose this Hamizu. because it gives you a room to choose whether you want it bold or light. I can actually go to bold so that look at the theme nature of Amizo. So always choose a font that has different sizes to enable designers or people that will be using it manipulate it better. If you choose a font that has just one unique font size, it will be difficult for people to work with it. So if you see this Amizo I'm using, it has the thin, it has the light, it has the regular, it has the medium, it has the bold, and it has the black, right? So if I want to go bold, I can use this. If I want to go light, I will use this. So I always choose a font style typo that it has different values to give your users a free room to play along what they want. So if you are representing two fronts, so you can choose to use two front or use one. So how many are we using for our brand? How many are we using for our brand?
Just two.
Okay. So if we are using two, then you will have you you have to make one primary while one should be the second. You state it there. Like primary typo. Use my keyboard today. So you write primary typography here. So this is what you will do. Typography are usually represented with A. You write A, capital A, small a. This is what you do it. So you keep it this way. So while you're doing this, make this add down small. So you keep it this way. Yes, small in this way so that we use two of them here. So you keep it this way. You come here and now write the name of the font, which was so I'm sorry, this IO. So you write the name of the font here. Sometimes you just generate. Some people write the full alphabet here: A, B, C. But one thing, sometimes you can just choose to write, make it a simple statement. You can just say, you can simply write ABC like this down to Z, ABC. But if you have time, you can do that. If you don't have time, you write this. You can just make a simple statement. This is a, okay, the from primary font. Okay, so you have this way. Then make the first line to be bold, so that to show the different sizes of that this font. So you present it like this. Then you come to the secondary font. Come to the secondary font. So okay, so don't choose font styles that are far apart. Don't choose font styles that are too far apart. They should be different, but not far apart. Secondary typo. Does anyone have a typo field we should use? Does anyone have a typo field we should use? Okay, so since now I have a typo, let's look for one. Let's try times. It's like times. Times has something of this nature. So we have normal times, bold. Then we have the normal italics and bold italics. There's some other fonts that you can use. Then you come down here and still do the same thing you did with this one. 30 times. Times. So this is different from Times New Roman, right? Change it to this font. You just want one part to be bold, white one should be normal. You can even italicize it. If you write ABC down to Z, so if you're writing ABC, always write capital and lowercase, right? Can I so this is a complete package on its own. This is with this you are done with the person's package. This is when someone try to give you full design identity for the brand. You are actually done. So the next thing you are supposed to do is to try representing it on a kind of an item so that they will see how when this thing is branded, it will appear. But this is for the logo for the brand identity. You are with this, you are done with everything. So you just represent this on the different pages and the person. You are done with your design. Any other question? Do we have a question?
No, sir.
Okay. But do you understand what's from to this place?
No, sir.
Is there no for the understanding or for any other question?
I understand, sir. I understand.
Okay, so this is the rationale. So you cannot use the same rationale we use or the idea, right? That is why I was explaining the whole thing. You cannot use the idea to create any logo you want. That is why I created 3 options for us to have a choice. So you can have something emitting from your logo. You can have something creating from a style like this. But when you are done, you represent it this way for your client, both colors. So this is a complete brand identity package. So the next thing to do when at this stage, I don't have time to start creating a new mockup. We do mockup. We do a mockup of that logo, how it will appear. Let's see, for the last mockup I did for somebody I've been just to present for this. The last mockup I do. Somebody I will just represent. So the good thing is mockup are everywhere online. You can just go online, download one and make use of it for yourself. You can go online, download one, just type the mockup you want. Trying to see the last ones I used. Should be here. Minutes.
So please excuse, what did you say we should download again?
I say you can just get mockups of any object, right? If I'm using Canva, they are already maybe a cap or shirt or something, right? To represent your logo, the brand you design, so the person will see how it will appear, right? Do you understand now?
Mock-up.
Yes, it's called mockup. Mockup is a design that gives a real world appearance, right? How that will look when it's been produced. Do you
can find
understand?
mock-up Brady, sir.
Yeah, they can just find that. Have many of them online. Okay, let's have one since you are. Okay, let me show you how to find one. Creating, as I mentioned, as I always mentioned earlier, these things exist already, so it's useless trying to start creating new ones by yourself now. Okay, let me share my browser. Share my browser. That will show you how we search them. So what if you want us to represent our logo with? Do you want it on a shirt or on the cap or water bottle, umbrella, or H2, or what do you want us to present on a brand with? Yeah.
On a shirt.
So someone give me pardon? Okay, t-shirt, right?
Shirt.
Yes, sir. T-shirt.
Pardon?
I said we
so
can
you
mock
see
up it
the
On
on
your
it.
phone.
so this is what you do. So look at different. Pardon? I didn't get your question. Okay, I did not hear you, but I use PSD because this is the file extension for Photoshop. I want to edit my mockup in Photoshop. That is why I added PSD. It's not part of the mockup. I want to edit it in Photoshop. That is why I added PSD. You can actually remove that, but it will give you different platforms. There are some that you can edit it in Corridor, but I want to edit mine in Photoshop. So look at different shades here. Look at this black and white. Look at this. So these are different mock-up shades. So I tried t-shirt mock-up. So let's try this. There are some of them are paid, while some are free actually. So and should I say even the one that they are free are even more than the one that they are being paid. So can have something like this. There's a download button. This one adds at now 5.6. This one adds so it's downloading here. But let's have an option. Let's look for other options. So there are many mock-up applications you look for. So if you see this, you see that it's giving me different shapes already been mock-up. Someone is putting it on, some on the floor. So you just use for you to scroll down and pick the one you want. Like one there. So, let me like this one. This one. That's not 5.6. So normally I have most of those markups on my drive already, but I can't keep clicking my drive up and down. So you can download those and they usually comes in a zip file. They usually come in a zip file. Usually comes so you can get that. So okay, the first one we are downloading is fully downloaded. So but you see, get the point. There are numerous of them. You can get it. Let's work with the one that downloaded. Okay, we have this. Okay, sorry, I'm okay. I'm not seeing that. Let me share my whole screen so that you people can see it. Okay, so we are working with the one that I just downloaded. This. So there are different ones here. They have given us different. This is the wall and the rest. So this is this markup is trash. Okay, so this is the white one. Why we still have a black one. So you can actually change. Yeah, I can change the color too of the shirt and the background. I'll show you to manipulate that too to represent what you want. I'll tell you that if you are doing this, always if I could this another design. If you are doing this, use colors that are related to what the person schedule so that it will. If you give the person the picture of what he demanded for what you are trying to present, so what we first do to get that is to export our logo. So we export our logo without a background, right? I'm looking for desktop Adams. This is the gold one. Gold. So I'm using PNG. Hope people are seeing my screen. People are seeing my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I am using PNG to export it so that it will not have a background. Look at it. I selected transparent. If I use to remove it, so that it have a white background, but I don't want it to have a background. I want it to just be the logo. So I exported this with this. So I now still change this to black again. It's to give me different options to be able to. I'm still using PNG without this. I can actually choosing it to white again. So you can do this for shirts. You can do your mock-up for shirt, cap. Those are things that you're using it. You can still represent it like since it was a shoe band, you can just represent it for shoe or something. So you come here, remove the existing logo, remove the existing logo, go bring your own logo. Please, let's start with the gold color. Of the gold color, remove. Remove the existing logo. So you save this. So you have your add-ons on your shirts this way. You can choose to make it small or big. So you have something like this. So you can choose to change the color for your drawing. Okay, this person has converted the font already. So you can see that you can manipulate this design how you want it, right? So you have the black, you have your black, your white shirt with your Adams logo printed on it, the symbol and the Adams, or you can now represent it different to show the client how what his design will look like. You can use different you can actually change. So we can use different you can use look just the logo too, the symbol to show the designer works. Where is this person? Let's use the second account. Sorry. Okay, at the normal. So you can choose to change the color. Okay, so you can choose to change the color, use different colors. You can use red. You can use red or use any color you want. Let's actually change that. So this is Adams on black. This is Adams on white. So you can use the different export and show them. You can actually choose to use the black one, then change the logo down to the white logo. Yeah, let's have it on the white and see. Have it on the white and see. So let's release and see this. So okay, let's shift it up. So have it this way, right? So this is how you present brands. You can do this. So if you go back to your browser, you can have different mockups for there to present. You can present it on the core. You can present it on Amber and different items. At the end of the design, you present what you did to you present your job to your clients with samples. So this representing it on different icons helps them to have a clear view, shares your work, has a clear view of what that will be at the end. So you can choose to give you different designs. And so if you see from your browser, there are different shades where the logos are represented in different ways. Yeah, okay, let's see. You see some of the logos being shown below the shirt, some being shown by the side, some being shown behind. So this one is just showing us the pocket size. So there are just numerous of them. So there's no need you can actually create this in Photoshop yourself, but it will take time because you have to create different layers one after the other. Create the layer that will do the shadow. For instance, the shadow that is giving this shirt the appearance of dropping is a different shadow. If I remove it, so I have to create a different layer to this so that you have to use different shadow to give this effect, use the another background. If I want to change the background there. So this all thing takes time. Just go to the online, has free for mock-up there, edit to what you want, and boom, you are good to go. So is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Any other
Yes, sir.
question? Do we have a question?
No, sir.
So technically, we are done with what we are supposed to cover today. This is branding essentials, correct theory, and layout, composition, and logo creation. So this is that for that. This is that for that. This is that for that. So the tax now is the same way. The tax now is the same. What I represented there. I remember the first assignment was to choose a color palette, right? So you saw the way I did mine, presenting the logo with the color and everything. So you go back to your brand, the individual brands you selected, do the same thing to your brand. Do the same thing to your brand using the color, your own colors, and your own representative. Then get any mock-up or at all. Can be shirt, can be footwear, it can be car, it can be anything at all to brand logo on it. We understand the assignment today. Chukwuemeka, your hand is up. You have a question.
Sir, come again.
Sir, good morning.
Sir, please come
Good
again.
morning.
My question is
Sir, please come again.
Okay,
what you have
can
been
you wait? Can you wait, let Chukwuemeka? Chukwuemeka, I'm not getting you. Can you come again?
okay, from what you have been doing, it says that you have been using system and crowd draw. So I was wondering if you had to do this thing and also use the markup and someone who doesn't have a system but has an Android phone, will it still have the same effect with someone who uses system? Because they might still have some differences or something like that.
Okay, so I won't lie to you, Chukwuemeka. You can do this on the phone, but it won't give you the perfect. It won't be one. It won't be as fast as on the system. That is number one, because notice the phone screen now you have to start struggling with dragging it from this side to this side. Two, it will take you in short. It's the same time. It take you a longer route, and it won't give you the same. I say it won't give you the same appearance, and then maybe it might not even have the same result. Some of those phone application are basically already made application. They are basically already made applications, and it won't give you the freedom to manipulate. Okay, for instance, when we're doing the logo we just use, you see that I have to manipulate to form that A. I have to manipulate, draw a shape, start cutting it to arrive at a point, right? So if I'm using a form, form graphics has its own limits. That is just what I can say for that. Form graphics has its own limits. Yes, you can do it. It's doable, but it has its own limits. Chukwemeka, do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is just that. So form graphics has its own. Okay, so look at the sample I show you, right? So we have shirts here, we have umbrella, we have cap, we have water bottle, and the rest. So you can just choose to get your own design. Instead of doing all of that, I think you can. Giving you the liberty to. I know that Canva has ready-made front this into mock up. Yeah, I have used one of that. So you can just. I've used that of a shirt on Canva. So if you get there, you see the mouse. Especially if you're using the online version, it gives you that room to do that. So those who are using Canva, they can also do that. I use PSD because I'm actually more comfortable with Photoshop. So people are asking, there were other people saying something, but I couldn't get it because I wanted to listen to Chukwuemeka. So what was your question again?
Sir, I was saying that I didn't get the assignment details.
Okay. So this is the task. Earlier, I asked people to choose a color for your brand, right? Are you following?
Yes, I'm following. Yes, sir.
Did you do that?
Yes, I found the color. Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yeah.
and I say, with what you have learned in class today, you go create a logo for your brand and represent it the same way I have represented this. Let me go back to what I've been. Do you understand?
Yes, I'm following. Yes, sir.
Go create a logo for your brand and represent it the same way. And I say, these were supposed, if it is a professional job, like if someone give me a job, this will be on different pages, right? I'll have this on one page, this on one page, this on one page, but I presented it here all so that you can just see how it's being represented. So that color you choose for your brand, go create a logo of your choice for your brand. So, but when I come in class tomorrow, you will tell me if which of the logo you have created based on this classification, right? If you're using a combination mark, if you're using a word mark or this, right? I've explained the differences, what makes which makes which. I've explained why our brand is a shoe brand, but yet we use this. I remember telling people that if you want to expand, if you don't want your branch to be just focused on shoe, maybe subsequently you want to start expanding to clothes, and if you use a shoe symbol that is just showing shoe, then it will be difficult for you to migrate. I remember saying that, right? So so for instance, this person cannot go outside clothes because it's just clothes. The symbol is already showing clothes. That is why we use this kind of design for Adams. Someone say he wants Adams to manipulate this thing. So those are the rationale behind the creation of your logo. So with this same knowledge, go use your own color, then design the logo, then represent it this way with both typography, logo rationale. I've explained my logo rationale. Look at the rationale behind my logo here. This logo conveys a sense of sophisticated luxury. You people were the one that suggested your own target audience, that it should be a high class audience with a kind of a luxurious brand. So and a minimalist design. There is a simple nature. The appearance of a simple abstract icon. This icon gives a professional and modern appearance. You don't hardly see brands these days have a very big logo, a simple nature. That is why I was showing you this Apple logo, right? From the beginning, see how complex their logo was with many colors, but they have gone down to the modern days, which is what we do. It should be simple and abstract. This is what we have done here. So you can use this knowledge on this rationale to deal with your own logo, create your logo, then explain the rationale, represent it with the invert and everything the way I represented ours here. Then give us the color palette, then give us the typography. Sure, do you understand now?
Yes, sir, I do.
Yes,
Sir.
Should-
I have
Okay,
question.
so go on, please. Go on. Jonathan, you can go on.
Okay,
Okay,
concerning
Jonathan
the
is
typography, for us
yes.
that are using phones, can we also represent the typography?
Yes, you can use I told you that you can find those ones. Those ones are online, right? That's why I gave you the name of the one I'm using. So represent your
Okay,
typography, give us the name and the font. Okay, Paul Noel, go on.
thank you.
Noel,
Um,
your hand is up. Go on.
yes, sir. Sir, you said that you will show us how to automatically do this color, like to show the color ranges from, for example, now from this gold down to white. I don't know if
Okay.
you.
Yes, which application are you using? Is it CorelDRAW?
Yes, I'm using CorelDRAW.
Yeah, I'm coming back to that.
Okay, sir.
Do you have any other question? Okay, Jonathan, go on, please.
Okay, sir. About the assignment, after creating the logo and the rest of it, are we to represent it in mock-up like you did?
Yes, yes. I
Okay.
said when you are done with you presented it this way.
Yes,
You,
sir.
you present your logo with the inverse, the rationale, the color palette, and the typography. Then look for one markup. It might not be shirts. You can choose to
Okay.
use cap. You can use the water bottle, use a
Okay.
shirt, use a trouser or a pants, anything at all. But let's have that real world appearance. Then represent your markup on it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mhm. So, do you have any other question? Okay, so since I have at this point, okay, Jonathan, your hand is still up. Do you have another question? Jonathan, your hand is still up. Do you have another question? Okay, so at this point, I have 747 students in this class, and no one chooses to ask a question. Should I ask mine now? Should I ask my own question?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ask a question.
Just one question. If we mix, I remember telling you when I was talking about gelatin colors that there's always a middle class color that works when you combine these two colors. You combine your gold and your black, you form a middle color. What color would this form if you have that? Hmm?
I didn't get the question.
I remember when I was taking a youth on colors, right? I said it was in Miracle's assignment. When Miracle brought her assignment and he used light pink or two kind of pink, I said it's actually one color, right? But you can represent it down to white, or if you have a combination of two colors, you can just use one because these two color might also produce something. So if our brand this time is white, right? Is gold and black. That's what we choose, right? So I'm not asking that if we now combine gold and black now in our brand, what color are we having? Because we do not represent that in our color palette. Do you understand the question now?
No.
Pardon? You understand? You to
Sorry,
understand the question.
I still don't understand the question, sir.
Okay. When I was explaining colors and somebody was asking me, can he use white to write or black to write or something of that nature? I said yes, you can use because they are supporting colors. The next question, the next what I pointed out was like sometimes the combination of your two colors. For instance, we use black and gold in this our brand. So if you combine these two colors, what color can we produce? Because we didn't represent that in our color palettes. But as a designer, this color palette is the one you are giving to your client. But as a designer, your own color palette for this design, we have the mixture of those two colors. That is why when the other person asks that I should show them how to represent it automatically, I say I will come back to that because I want to like show you that when I'm done showing you how as a designer, the color palette you keep for yourself to be making those designs. That's why I say I will come back to that. So if you mix these two colors, would we form?
Good.
I feel it's bronze.
Hmm?
So to give you darker gold, a more darker gold.
That is Michael West. That's giving a Michael West invitation. Okay, so
Sir,
there
brown
is
gold.
there's something called associate colors. It's not a like kind of a rampant or popular, right? But it's an associate colors as a result of as a result of mixing those two colors of a brown like black or black and gold. So if I mix these two colors 50% each, this is what we have, right? So this is an associate color to this brand. So in your own color palette as a designer, you will also have this. Do you understand? Do we on
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
okay? So in
Yes,
your
sir.
own color palette as a designer, your associate colors too are all represented in this thing. You have the mixture of those two colors at every instance and represent them so that you can be able to bring in your design from time to time. Okay, if there is no other question, we'll end our class here. I believe everyone has understood. Okay, go on with your question. Chief goes on, your hand is up. Go on with your question.
This color that you mixed now, what is the name? What is it called?
Okay. I can only give you the hex value. But that is what I do is I just give them the hex value because especially girls, they sabi give colors name well. So to start dragging this thing, I just give you the hex value. That is the best way to represent it to people. Why the answer I was expecting from you when I asked this question is I remember explaining how hex value works. I thought that hex values are always 6. The 2 are for R and the 2 are for the second one is for G and the other one is for B. So if I'm having 50% of down here and down there, then it should change in the hex value. So I was expecting somebody to point me down back to the hex value. That is why I mentioned specifically that if I mix 50% of this and 50% of that. So if you mix 10% of this and 40% of the other one, then you give another color instead. So back to our class, right? Do your assignment. We'll meet again on Monday, right? Again on Monday. The class recordings are also uploaded before then. For those that couldn't make it to class or have network issue, always remember to go back there to follow up properly. So thank you all. Do have a very wonderful weekend. Then make some more practice for your brand. Make some more practice for your brand. You can actually go further from the assignment I gave. I remember the first assignment. The first assignment I gave some people went